we talked about how defensive-oriented Pika Libre, a Pika Libre that's defensive-oriented is going to be looking for the moves that are going to be at disadvantage. So how he copes with Bone is going to be a big deciding factor for this matchup. He's going to want to get in.
And the big thing for with Slipping Bug is you'll actually see him playing in a range where it is actually in Bone Rush range. He wants to bait Toasty out into using Bone Rush early and then find counter hits. Again, with Slipping Bug, you're expecting a very defensive, counter hit oriented sort of style, and he really turns on the aggression whenever it comes to actually activating Burst.
Think of the counter punches. Think of your Muhammad Ali's. They stay just inside the range that they need to, and then they have those whiff punishes.
Protect, and Slipping Bug finds a grab of his own. Big damage, big positioning, and the headbutt comes out.
Oh, misses the catch.
Yeah, misses the Electro Web. That was Toasty with a chance. Doesn't find the punish afterwards, out of range. And that was such a heavy-handed win for Slipping Bug.
I would think it's safe to say that Slipping Bug took full advantage of that round and was pretty dominant. There was maybe a retort or two from Toasty that was worth noting, but the punish game from Slipping Bug was really what was of note.
Now with the Jirachi support.
Anti-air. Don't test him, Toasty. He's shown you that he can hit these consistently. Don't try again.
This is going to be serious damage. Toasty has not been able to rack on much of anything so far in this round. It's been going abysmal so far.
Look at the damage. That was like over half of the bar. That was ridiculous. Now we're seeing, back to this mid-range game, Toasty trying to see if he can open up Slipping Bug without taking any damage here. He's trying to go for that safe route. There's the counter.
That's right. That just the throw tech again. And catching now with the Electro Bug. It's with the Electro Web. It's not charged up, but it still does go a long way from a damage standpoint. Toasty on the other hand, though.
Ooh.
I thought he was on the verge of making the comeback, but the wild charge says otherwise. Now 40 health left, while Slipping Bug is going to be forcing Toasty's hand here. This burst is all that he has left, but meanwhile, Slipping Bug building burst of his own. That's now active, but he ends up getting caught in the corner. What a comeback from Toasty. We saw complete control from Slipping Bug early on, but again, those final moments, when Toasty's able to clutch things out.
I don't believe that happened. That was so good.
You got to be respectful of the ranges. Lucario can close that gap so insanely quickly.
Be respectful of the corner. This is the second time Toasty's taken you here and put on all this damage, dude.
Yeah,
Look at that.
It's tough for Toasty, who has been taken to this corner so many times by Slipping Bug.
Not to mention, oh gosh, hang on. Is there a punish? No. He went back. Okay, he jumps back, says, I know you're going to push a button. I know you're desperate. I know you haven't hit me once yet. And here's the retort. Just waits. Again, second time. He's doing it. Anti-air whiffing there. Usually Slipping hits those.
I want to say I believe in the comeback, but I look at the burst bar and I just don't see it happening. Slipping Bug looks like he may be on the verge of closing this match out. There's only a single chance left now for Toasty if he's going to make the comeback happen. And just again, Slipping Bug just standing just outside of the range of that Bone Rush.
He would be content to just let it go to time and force Toasty to come towards him.
And look at him, he's actually building burst because Toasty isn't going for the Bone Rush. When he was using the projectiles, just countering them, just building up the burst meter.
Done. He counters them, and that's the finish.
And that's what it's all about. Again, just such a defense-oriented sort of style. He's playing in a way where you feel like your only option is something like Bone Rush. And whenever you go for it, he's a step ahead of you because he knew that that was all you had left to go for.
Defensive-oriented players are very smart at forcing you to feel like you have to press a button. And then from there, they've already had the counter or two other setups already thought through.
And looking at Slipping Bug, I can't help but think of Daigo versus Justin Wong, right?
Sure.
Where you're basically playing at a range where you're like, come on, go ahead, give me some fireballs. Go ahead, no problem.
Waits. There's the counter. Great job extending the combo here. Tries to set up another one. Ooh, puts him on his heels. Another one here. Slipping Bug. It's the usual offense we're seeing, just in a different form. Previously, it was about the big punishes, putting him against the wall. Now it's finding those strings and counterattacks. Toasty now trying to see if he can force some sort of initiative, but Slipping Bug quick to pull the trigger on the burst. Here's the damage potentially. Yes, connects it.
It's going to be scaled, so I don't believe it'll be enough to end the round now.
It won't, but it'll be damn close. So he has 1 or 2 more hits at this point that he needs. That's 1. Where's 2?
It looked like he was going for 2, but you're seeing Toasty now going for some anti-air options based on the approaches Slipping Bug has been taking.
There's 2. Okay.
Winner's final sets, of course, going to be 3 out of 5 here.
Yes. Okay, there it is. Pushes on all the damage onto him, causing the phase shift.
It just that pressure was so tough to deal with. It felt like all he could do was hold shield because of the threat of discharge. Now Electro Web comes out, limiting that mobility and making that limited mobility Lucario already had even worse. And with nowhere to run, Slipping Bug, he's starting to press the advantage.
Slipping Bug takes full advantage of dual phase. He makes the absolute most out of it. From here, Slipping is going to try to see if he can abuse the range that he's at. Try to shoot out some projectiles, but stay at the mid-range so where he can get the jump in on Toasty if he sees the projectile misplaced.
Burst available on both sides. For Toasty, this is the Hail Mary. For Slipping Bug, this is just insurance. Slipping
Bug is going to use the burst here just to get a little bit of space. And is going to try to see if he can open up here. Gets caught! Put against the wall. Big damage potential. Whoa! Nearly caught him here. Going all in. He caught... No, he doesn't catch the jump. He's going to block.
Yeah, he just did it to close the distance more than anything else. Gets the grab on top of it for some nice damage. Actually, this is doable now for Toasty, though the clock might say otherwise. 10 seconds remaining, and Toasty takes the lead. 2 grabs! And that's going to be all she wrote. Again, Toasty, just beautiful comebacks. But at the end of the day, it's just a round, and he's going to need 1 more to tie the score up with Slipping Bug.
Okay, here's the combo opportunity. No, he doesn't go for the jab at all. Instead, walk up grab. The confidence puts him back to the corner.
He's trying to call out Slipping Bug. He's saying, you know, you're playing a defense-oriented style. You're throwing out paper often. I have scissors just for that.
Ooh, there's it. Okay, he puts him back to the corner. But look at this, Toasty. He knows Slipping wants to get in. He knows Slipping's trying to make the hard call, and he just does it here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Slipping knew that Toasty was going to go for the Bone Rush again and ends up getting the counter attack as a retort. Just the mind games from both players. The adaptation on both sides is phenomenal to watch.
Walk up grab? No. Ooh. Gosh, the wrestling call is so good. All right. Tries to put him in frame advantage here. There it is. He's not going to drop this. He hasn't dropped it yet. He tries to go early into it instead of going for the other additional headbutts. He wants to reduce scaling. Question is, does this finish? I don't know if it does.
It definitely does. 2-0 right now for Slipping Bug. He is on match point.
Man, Lucario is just for you. What's my you? It seems like something he would do whenever during the timeout, during the Alpha Series. Yeah, dude, I got like call-outs. I got the references. All right, man. Where are we going?
And from Toasty, again, it's almost like what we saw from Domino, right? Where he'd get rounds, he'd get moments, but when we think about the long game, it's been about Slipping Bug.
Ooh, grab him? No, it just waits.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to maybe read a little bit too ahead. Think about Slipping Bug coming in with some offense, try to hop over it and then get a counter hit. Instead, Slipping Bug just goes straight for the shield. The call-out pays off. He gets the damage, and he again finds himself with great positioning. Another grab on top of it, and he's amped up once again.
Oh, man. Libre has the best animation. Oh, my gosh. Here's the grab. Takes him to the corner. Okay. He was cautious as he approached. He didn't want to go too far in. Wall splat? No, doesn't go for it. Tries to get the setup here. Both of these guys bursting. They know they have the damage. They know they have opportunity.
And Slipping Bug knew he had that grab as well. When you're going against somebody in burst, it's so natural to hold shield. I'm seeing Toasty do now.
That was too hard of a read. I'm sorry, dude.
It charges it up beyond that just to try to pop through that shield. such great play that we're seeing from Slipping Bug, but the counter!
Oh! Is he done?
Perhaps, I mean, in the corner, but what a call out from Slipping Bug! Great decision making, and now a round away from going to Grand Finals. That was absolutely beautiful, taking to the skies, coming in with the dive kick to create the stun, and then the wild charge to finish off the round.
Alright. Oh, keeps the shield, frame advantage. Okay. Grab? No, goes for the net. He's going to net him some damage here. Puts him into the wall. The phase shift is coming. He's going to try to chase him down.
And it's going to be so easy now. Lucario with that, again, very limited mobility.
That was such long range, though, Justin.
And Jirachi stacking up the buffs along with the attack buff. This could be all she wrote.
I think he's done.
I think he just might be. Slipping Bug has made it to Grand Finals.
With style, with that shooting star press. Gosh. What a finish. What a finish. The aggression that was there. Let me put it this way. The aggression that was shown and the defensive maneuvers that were there was a perfect yin and yang there, right? But the punishes is what we really want to talk about.
Yeah, when I think about burst utilization overall, I have to hand it to Slipping Bug.
Easily.
I mean, of course, it makes sense that we do as well. When we look at his gameplay style, so much of it is geared around just building burst and making the most of the damage potential that you unlock with it.
Not only that, though, consider his positioning. Multiple times that we saw him consistently use burst or push the opponent to the corner, and from there he had all the headbutts lined up, multiple strings of them, and then knowing when he's going to stop early and go straight into burst, as opposed to letting the hit stun scaling really take over and take advantage of the situation.
And with the composition that he's choosing from a support standpoint, because Libre gets the buffs as she's getting in the round, getting the grabs, etc., those stack up. So you see Libre with the attack buff initially, but then when you call Jirachi and you have the burst buff, those stack together as additional multipliers. So it's only fitting that those bursts do so much damage whenever they connect. And believe me, Slipping Bug had a near flawless connection rate whenever we talked about burst attacks.
Well, Slipping Bug definitely downloaded his opponents pretty quickly. He's on that Fios game, and now as a result, he's sitting in Grand Finals pretty in winner's side. Now, on the other hand, we got some guys down here in loser's bracket that are trying to claw their way up for some glory in Grand Finals. We're going to have Domino versus Bad Intent right here at Absolute Battle 7.
I see what you did there. Claw their way up just because he's a Weavile main? All right. All right, I see you.
So let's talk about the two characters that we're going to get into.
You know, Weavile for sure, but I'm thinking if we're going to be seeing Blaziken or if we're going to be seeing the Shadow Mewtwo.
Yeah.
It's tricky. On one hand, Blaziken, of course, or Shadow Mewtwo, of course, building gauge very quickly, but Weavile is one of those characters who can take away your gauge, and whenever that's your saving grace, at times it feels like it might be a tough pick to go for, especially while the glassiness of Shadow Mewtwo has certainly increased with these latest patches.
I would think, though, if we're picking between the two, you would want to pick the consistent option with Blaziken. I would think that the combo game that you get with Weavile against someone like Shadow Mewtwo is actually too much to risk, especially against someone like Domino, who we've seen doesn't drop those. So we're going to see what he decides. Is he going to live life on the edge, or is he going to choose the consistent path? Let's get into it. It's going to be Shadow Mewtwo, living life on the edge. So he's picking Shadow Mewtwo here, guessing that I feel that I can control this game. I have the damage, I have the defensive measures necessary to not take damage, especially when I have a lot less than the average Pokemon. So, getting into it.
Bad Intent going straight for the Shadow Mewtwo here.
Oh, he counters him. Knows that the follow-up would be there.
Of course, Shadow Mewtwo builds burst quicker than most, but Weavile, one of his unique properties is just that availability to take your burst away.
Oh, gosh.
But of course, while Shadow Mewtwo does hurt himself with so many of his attacks, he has access to some of the most powerful tools in this game.
Easily, dude. Think of Akuma in the fact that, say you knock someone down, right? You could use a meaty jump in Fireball to keep them stuck in place. Those are some of the tools that you can expect to see from Shadow Mewtwo. Keeping people stuck in place, allowing him to advance quicker, but he needs to just get that initial advantage first before he can do all the crazy shenanigans.
Oh, shoulder charge.
Oh, here we go.
Dive kicks. Rounds. Bad intent. He didn't even need burst, really. Like the actual burst attack itself, it felt in that game. Of course, this is losers semis. And overall, with bad intent, I'm expecting for him to have amazing utilization throughout whenever we talk about his usage of synergy burst.
Bad intent reminding me a lot of Humko in a lot of different ways for all you Street Fighter fans out there. He takes gambles. He makes smart risks based on tendencies and patterns. He makes educated guesses and places all his chips on the table.
Some great chips. Seeing the Gracilia, and this hurts so much for Domino, who had such a sizable lead earlier. How many find that slipping?
He puts him back on his feet, and this is the combo game that I was talking about. Domino doesn't drop his stuff. Ooh, is there a punish opportunity here? How far is he going to take it?
Perhaps all the way. Burst is on the table for both players. Domino strikes first, and Shadow Mewtwo decidingly strikes back. Now we're going to be seeing a Sonic Splash attempt that burst.
Wow.
Not going to be seeing any favors yet. And the pillars just to lock Domino down, but he ends up getting the throw tech. Throw tech back and forth into the counter from Domino, and Bad Intent only a health remaining.
Punish opportunity.
Counter.
Is he going to grab him? No. He waits. Got him! He has the quicker normal there and beats out Bad Intent.
What an insane finish to that round. Bad Intent. And of course, it shows the thin line that you have to walk every time you're playing a character like Shadow Mewtwo. You're so used to being in the red, and it takes the perfect callouts to consistently have the most utility with this character's tools.
You have to have the smarts to play someone like Shadow Mewtwo. You have to not only know your character, know the frame advantage, you have to read your opponents really well because you're making a big gamble here.
And beyond that, it's knowing your character, knowing your limits, and understanding when you need to break some of those limits. Speaking of which, going straight into burst mode now. Bad Intent. Bad hoping to close this round out early. At the very least, gets the grab.
Ooh, money.
Gets that phase shift on top of it. This could be some serious pain as we're seeing Domino just waiting for that burst to run out.
Ooh, is this an opportunity here?
Quite possibly. Are we going to be seeing the Sonic Splash?
Walk forward grab. Oh, here. Ooh, that was really close.
Thinking way ahead there. Counter coming in clutch. As well as the Cresselia.
Yeah, he didn't have any Gray Life.
Yeah, but but look at his burst meter.
Ah, I see. It makes sense.
Synergy gauge nearly ready to go for Bad Intent, but only 20 health remaining. 15 seconds on the clock. 3 health remaining for Domino with 1 on Bad Intent. They're just striking shield poses.
Needs to be the aggressor. Got them!
Oh my!
The one time you didn't want to press a button, homie. Ugh.
Domino
That's nasty.
Visibly frustrated with the ending of that game. I believe it was at EVO that he ended up dropping to Blaziken. So fittingly, he's going off against one of the best Blaziken players in the United States. Although he is currently playing Shadow Mewtwo, of course.
The aggression is the common theme between those characters. And how hard you're pushing that frame advantage. How hard you're pushing your opponent's buttons to make them want to press something. And you have the perfect response. Okay, you ready?
Definitely ready.
Domino, Bad Intent, Game 2, let's go. Do we get Umbreon? Yeah, I think Umbreon would be the choice right now, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, he has been using Umbreon very efficiently to ward off some of the pressure throughout this bracket. So it really is not surprising to me to see the Umbreon being the go-to pick here as well. And of course, you're seeing Bad Intent playing Shadow Mewtwo. He's sacrificing his own health total in order to create openings and opportunities for himself. What Domino needs to figure out are ways to capitalize on those particular moments and try to create the phase shifts to reduce the recoverable HP that he can regenerate with Cresselia.
He was so close to having the anti-air there. Here's the punish game. Takes him up. This is the combo game that we were talking about. He's not dropping these. He has to chase afterwards, though, and get the positioning. This guy can't move.
He can't move. He doesn't have a moment to breathe. I feel like we need to see Cresselia. Yep. Comes out.
But is there going to be a punish for this? Or is he going to get positioning?
He respects it. He respects the shoulder charge so much.
That armor. Okay. Umbreon there just to say, get off me, homie, and get the damage on.
And put him at 1. And Cresselia, of course, can only be used once per round. Which means there's no methods of life gain. Slides right into the DMs and takes the first round of the second game.
Appreciate that. All right. Round 2. Billy is entertained. We're all here ready to go. Who's going to come out on top?
And, you know, Neptune, if we take a moment, just look at what's on the table for both players. Of course, you're seeing Domino going with the early Umbreon, maybe thinking that this could be a knockdown drag-out fight, might want access to it again later on. Beyond that, he has his Synergy Burst available. Badminton had it at the start, but didn't throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, you definitely want to see if for someone like Umbreon that you use for the get off me, the get out of jail free cards, it's really important to use that early if you can get the most utility out of it possible, considering Bad Intent is going to be someone who likes to press buttons.
Speaking of most utility, that Cresselia heal was intense, and beyond that gave him all of the bar that he needs to go into Synergy Burst mode.
Oh, locks him down. This is bad.
I thought we were going to be seeing another grab, actually.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Wow!
Wow! The stomp into the pillar?
It's rough.
Okay. Is he going to put him into the corner here? How's he going to get him? Keeps him in hit stun. Holds him steady. He doesn't want to overcommit here. He knows that if he gets touched by Bad Intent, it's going to be curtains.
Bad Intent. Trying to make it so sneaky as to when he's going to make the next push.
Oh,
There's the Umbreon call out just to get some of the pressure off. And now the final seconds of this game, 10 seconds remaining. 26 health on Bad Intent with Domino at 53.
Domino now has nowhere to go.
And the pressure's on Bad Intent.
Oh, baby! Catches him with the slide into the DMs. That was so close. He saw Bad Intent coming forward, who had misinterpreted the spacing that it would take for him to catch that. Even then, the slide in from Domino. Taking that round.
My heart, Neptune. I can't do another game like that.
Don't worry. I got the aspirin on deck. You're fine.
These rounds have just been way too intense. Of course, you expect a lot of these down-to-the-wire rounds whenever you're seeing a Shadow Mewtwo on screen. Again, just juggling your health total as a resource in order to create openings for yourself is so much of the archetype of the character. But beyond that, the fact that you're seeing these players consistently be able to make those heads-up decisions over and over and over again when they're taken to that zone round after round.
Gosh.
It's nuts.
It really is.
Tell me about like the mental fortitude that's required for something like this.
For sure. I mean, the thing to keep in mind is that when you play against characters that are high, that are very strong aggro, that are very high intensity, but also low on health, you are really playing a double-edged sword. And so every decision that you make is nerve-wracking. Every time you overextend, you are constantly worried that do they actually have the knowledge of how to punish this? Do they know how safe this move is or how disadvantageous it is? And when you see these moments, when you see the punishment game coming back from them, and you watch your health kind of fall to pieces, you get even more nervous as the game goes on. It really takes someone who has a lot of composure to play these high-intensity, high-risk, high-reward characters. We're going to be getting into this next match here. There's the Blaziken. This is the consistency that I talked about previously. Now, with the swap out here, going back to Blaziken, it's now a lot less stress to play this character.
Yeah, I mean, you do still have those moments where you actually use some of your life in order to create openings like you did with Shadow Mewtwo, but you have a higher health pool to work with and less of those particular interactions overall. We're getting into the round. Bad Intent creating the first phase shift. and getting a really nice position onto the field as well as we see Domino into the corner. And just holding shield against the barrage of attacks. Bad Intent, however, again, just finding the right openings here and creating the right amount of pressure. It's the pressure that led him to end up coming out on top against Bolamar.
And we're going to see a lot of health coming back here. No. Yes, that's going to do it.
He just threw up the Cresselia in order to ensure that he'd have burst ready for this next round. It wasn't even about staying alive. It was just about having an extra card.
We're going to see the pickup for Umbreon again. It has been coming in handy for previous matches, but right now, he's going to need it more than ever.
Yeah, especially given the pressure that we're seeing from Bad Intent, it makes total sense. But what I really appreciate about Bad Intent's style is the breaks in pressure, where he'll give Domino a second to breathe, only to make him unprepared for the gut punch that's incoming.
Yeah, that's the ability to give your opponent the moment to hang themselves, idea, right? Whenever you feel, that's usually for people that feel are in complete control. Bursting there to cover up the mistake here, follows up here, puts him into the corner. Is he going to go for the grab? Yes, but that's going to be the burst and retort. Pushes him back here. Frame advantage? Yes. And he's going to have to follow up with the damage.
Oh, here's some damage. Here's some damage. Gets the burst attack.
Wow, that was some tricky camera work.
Almost.
Bad Intent. Trying to see if he can catch any advantage he can here. He's ahead. He wants to continue to be this much further ahead. Blazing it. So with Bad Intent, he's happy, more than happy, to take his time and sit behind those ice cubes. Domino is only hurting himself because the clock is not letting up.
Yeah, you're right. And nor is the pressure from Bad Intent, where you're seeing the Umbreon come out to try and alleviate some of that. But of course, he can't be chipped out, but Domino's health pool ever dwindling. He cannot afford a single trade, and Bad Intent comes out clean. Just a quick little jab. And that's going to be the round.
I'm telling you, man.
Is it 2 out of 3 for... Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that it was just 2 out of 3 for
yeah, it's
for semis.
Yeah. Only
finals. Wow. So Domino, a heavy loss there.
This is why I like this guy. Because he's got 2 great characters in his pocket, right? Because he's got hyper aggressive. Did that work? Yeah, kind of. Okay. What would be more consistent? And then swaps to Blazing It. And that's the right amount of aggression, right? People don't seem to know how to respond to him. Especially, I mean, even when they have something like Umbreon on deck, it seems like they've mostly been using it for whiff punishes rather than trying to figure out where in the strings there's like a break or an opportunity. So, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting grand finals, that's for sure, at this rate.
Well, let's talk about this top 3 right now. This top 3 right now, pretty crazy, I will say. We've had Slipping Bug sitting in grand finals, of course, from Austin, Texas. And now in losers finals, Bad Intent from California up against Toasty from San Antonio. A lot of people know about Bad Intent, just how good of a player he is. Again, many consider him to be one of the premier Blaziken mains in the country, and having a ridiculous Shadow Mewtwo as well. But as we see in the bracket now, Toasty had the consistent 2-0 over Bad Intent in winter semis. So this is a run back. Slightly different, of course, with this being a 3 out of 5 set. But the set counts definitely are favoring Toasty if we look at results from this particular tournament.
There will be more time to adapt, but you're going to see more of the same.
Losers finals at Absolute Battle 7, and right now Bad Intent wasting no time, not even going for that Shadow Mewtwo, going straight for the Blaziken pick. He did use it to take out Bolamar, so he know that he's feeling very confident in the matchup.
Bad Intent looking for the burst there, and he gets it. He's going to be using it quite shortly. Or actually, he's probably just going to take it for free. Oh, I lied.
Again, it's just insurance at this point.
No chips in this game, folks.
I can't get chipped out. You can still take damage until you're at that 1 health. Just straight into the grab afterwards. And this is that clutch factor that Toasty has made a reputation during this tournament. And look at him, he's actually fighting back despite the fact that Badminton was in burst that entire time.
And now Toasty potentially has burst here as well. Oh, this could be big.
If Toasty wins this game without using burst while making Bad Intent waste his burst,
Massive win.
I mean, he's not going to get it. But still, it almost felt like it wasn't a full win for Bad Intent. He uses that burst in a way hoping that it's just going to close the round out immediately, no problem.
But with Toasty's meter management, he's going to be able to come into this next game with an edge. He wants to see if he can gain tempo early and put Bad Intent on his heels.
Exactly.
Bad Intent is not... we haven't seen Bad Intent really play from behind yet. We've seen him have good moments here and there, but it hasn't been anything definitive.
And just notice Toasty's reluctance to go into Bone Rush while simultaneously staying at a zone which is so... it's tricky. What's the word that I'm looking for? It's obscure?
Yeah. Something where it's just outside of the range, where it's unknown for what's the exact spots that he needs to be at for him to have some sort of a punish.
You're just not sure if he's going to be going for these Bone Rushes, and he trips you up by forcing you to hold shield and then come in with the grab as a retaliation. And this is a defensive burst if I've ever seen it from Bad Intent. Again,
boy.
Toasty making perfect callouts and getting so much utility off of these grabs. Bad Intent is the one who's in burst, but he's the one who's feeling the pressure right now.
We're nearly having a perfect from Toasty. This is incredible adaptation. He's going to... Wow, that's a lot of damage. Hold steady.
So you talked about the concept of meter management, and it's great to see Toasty, even though he could have used the meter there.
He didn't. He held it, and the reason being, he knows he's going to go into this next game. He knows he's going to go into the next round, and he wants to have that advantage. Right now, he has a bit of an edge over Bad Intent, who is not at burst just yet. So he could be the first one to pull the trigger as long as once he finds the opportunity. Or if he's pushed into a corner and he needs something to bail him out, then burst can work as well. Right here.
Bad Intent has been so good just breaking through these competitors, but Toasty seems like the one unbroken player left in Bad Intent's warpath.
There's the grab. Puts him to the wall.
Just so much damage. This is looking like Toasty's game at this point.
Ooh, here we go. That was sick.
And going for the burst attack a little too early, leaving himself wide open and letting Bad Intent make a massive amount of recovery on health.
Oh, I thought he grabbed for a second. I was scared. Holding steady.
And wins the race. That Krogunk will decrease the defense,
though. Is that going to be it? Yes.
And somehow, Bad Intent, despite falling to Toasty so much, is the one who ends up making the comeback in this first game in Losers Finals.
Insane. All right.
Again, I'm looking at... The word I was looking for was nebulous. It's the nebulous zone. I'm looking for that nebulous zone again.
How you looking in the eyes and you can say the nebulous zone?
It is a nebulous zone.
Oh, that's my no flex zone. All right, we're going to get into it.
Well, why don't we talk about this zone right now? Bad Intent forcing Toasty into the corner so early on and getting that wall splat for that juicy damage and just using all of his movement tools at his arsenal in order to continue the pressure and try to keep the advantageous position that he once held.
Holding steady. Here's the burst. He tries to say, get off me, homie, and then he looks for the big damage. Gets a whiff all day, and now he finally hits home. And now, he tried to go for the meat, guessing that he would be teching and getting up there. All right, is he going to press a button? He's not.
Doesn't
He's
matter.
getting him down to 1.
Yeah, he had the shield low, he had the positioning, but again, it's Toasty's turn to maybe turn things around. Krogunk comes out. He's just trying to limit Bad Intent's.
Whoa.
That was the entire point, just setting the trap in place, keeping Bad Intent now in the corner. The corner pressure has made it so this game is reversed entirely. Toasty,
wow,
was unable to fall to the will of Bad Intent. That comeback was absolutely remarkable. He had 1 health left, and he goes the distance.
Gosh. Get off me, homie. Toasty with the quick responses. He's playing footsies.
He's got a quick response. He's got burst. Everything is going Toasty's favor right now.
Look at the ranges. He's so smart about how he's playing these. He's making sure that he catches them with the full perfect spacing on his attacks. But now it looks like Bad Intent manages to get in. He's burning up. Burned up and recovers a ton of health here. He already had the meter.
Now it's Toasty's turn, getting the phase shift and throwing out that Crow Gunk. That was so integral to the comeback that he had in that last round. Might be a turning point for him here as well.
Wow, the spacing on that. Did you see that?
Perfect, and just the barrage of bone rushes. Toasty gets the grab that time. So many attacks with the bone rushes to condition out the shield, and then the mix-up with the grab afterwards to create the 2-0. That was convincing, Neptune. That was absolutely convincing.
Very much so. That was cool to see. Okay. You think they'll make any swaps or adjustments? What are some things that you think that are the highlights, the standouts?
The biggest thing is finding that healthy balance between pressure and patience. If I'm bad intent, that's exactly what I'm looking for. You want to be able to assert your dominance, make the most of the corner situations, but beyond that, you cannot get too reckless and you can't fall for those quick bone rushes.
Now on the other side, Toasty doing an excellent job of just saying keep out. This is him knowing his ranges. This is him knowing bad intent wants to push a button or wants to be in this certain threshold. And as a result, he knows this is when I'm going to just press that low jab. This is when I'm going to have that anti-air. This is when I'm going to put out this Hadoken. And that's the entire goal of what he's had now. This is what I don't want to see because he's too close here. The reason why is, oh my gosh, if he had actually connected there, he had to burst there. Otherwise, he would have gotten taken for a ride.
Krogunk just, again, you'll see bad intent go into burst, and that Krogunk comes out to limit the utility that he's able to get off of it.
Wait a minute. He's going to whiff. Yeah.
Great job by Toasty. So much of this game has been around corner control, and we talk about that. The name that comes up is Toasty, getting another grab and getting another round here.
Toasty is looking sharp. It's the perfect spacing. It's the correct punishes. When he gets the opportunity, he does not let it drop.
This time in the corner, bad intent mixing things up and going for a grab immediately. Sets up for the wall splat. Just trying to start up the pressure. Toasty finds a way out and gets yet another grab. We're looking at burst bars and they're both filled up. When's the moment if you're bad intent that you decide to tap it?
I think at this point, now isn't a bad idea. Considering he's had difficulties closing out the rounds, you might as well do it. Get the secure kill. Now, it's not worth the risk. So, granted, you're going to be starting this next round at a disadvantage. You're going to have Toasty having that burst ready to go, but he hasn't been taking the most advantage of it.
But just look at how fast bad intent is just building up that bar overall.
Absolutely. He's not afraid to do so. I mean, the reason being is that you have these great attacks. You have all this big damage. Once you get in, you maybe need to get in 2 or 3 times before you have a full burst ready to go.
Yeah, bad intent, the way he uses burst, it's like a queen sacrifice, but with Toasty, it's checkmate.
Yes, very much.
Just the corner pressure yet again. Bad intent finds a way out of it. And he's going to be able to call Cresselia here. It's going to heal up a significant amount of the damage that he took previously and allow him to go into burst. And here we go. Final round of this third game. Bad intent decides to strike first.
No, it doesn't have the distance that he thinks it does. It doesn't have the acceleration.
Exactly, that acceleration. But still, look at the shield pressure. Look at the pressure. That's a guard break.
Is that going to hit? He has to set up. He can... Oh, my gosh.
And bad intent. Now a game away from going to grand finals and getting the run back on Toasty.
Man, he clutched that out. Did not look good for him. You could see it on his face. Saying, calm down, I can do this.
When I look at this series so far, it's been all about the corner. With Toasty and his win, it was about the pressure, and with bad intent and that last game, it was all about how he adapted to get out. And speaking of corner pressure, bad intent right back into the array.
And he has the follow-up. He's right there right after. But Toasty doesn't have a second to breathe. He's constantly in block stun.
He's been going for those tick throw setups consistently, right? He'll do like a quick jab, then get a grab, and then follow it up with a grab right afterwards. Correct. I'm wondering where the mix-up will happen first. Will it be on Toasty's end, or will it be on bad intent's?
I would imagine it's going to come from Toasty first. Because Bad Intent has been coming in with nothing but crazy aggression. He hasn't been wanting to go for these throws. Oh, is there going to be grab? No, he's going to get punished if he presses the button here. Big damage. Oh, he jumps in with that.
Yeah, maybe he wanted to try and avoid the grab or the bone rush, but either way, taking the first game, and now Bad Intent on set point. Round away from going to grand finals and getting the run back. Here's the bone rush. We haven't seen it all that often from Toasty.
Puts it back to the corner. He tried to use a Hadouken there from Meaty.
What a throw tech. And not only did he get out of the grab, he got out of the corner beyond that and is able to set up some pressure of his own.
He missed the link. Oh, Bad Intent needs to continue to get these punishes. He's so close. Burst up here. Did he press a button?
He pushed the button! And I think that just might be all she wrote. Bad Intent finds his way to grand finals.
Man! Do I know how to pick him? Do I know how to pick him?
Remarkable.
Gosh, Bad Intent really has been showing off his punish game today. He had the persistence. He wasn't afraid to burn the meter. He says, chuck this thing in the pan, dude. Let it burn. I don't care. I have more coming. So it was good stuff to see him. But on the other hand, the footsies, man.
Footsies. Especially in, I think, game number 2.
Two particularly.
Footsies there. Ooh.
Yeah, really strong. Toasty, remarkable showing. I loved watching, like, the mid-range kind of, the
dance
right outside. Yeah, the bobbing, the weaving, the Muhammad Ali of it, right? He just kind of started at just the right range, kept those jabs out, said, you're staying here, sir. But we saw Mike Tyson on the other hand, man. He just blew his way in. He weaved in and he created so much damage with those hooks. Could you imagine Mike Tyson with flaming hands and hot, like...
I feel like he already has the flaming hands.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We could just play Balrog and just make him yellow and then just slam and clubber-lang people.
See, I thought that's how he made, like, the grills.
Oh, yes. You're right.
That's George Foreman, never mind.
Yeah.
I bet Mike Tyson could make some competitive grills, too.
Mike Tyson can make some competitive films, you know? He's made some great cameos. His lion as well. Or, sorry, his tiger. Who owns a tiger? Jesus Christ, dude. You live your life like Vegas? Terrible idea. Slipping Bug versus Bad Intent in grand finals. Slipping Bug showing off his fantastic defensive maneuvers and winning and staying in the winner's side versus Bad Intent with his incredible aggression. This right now is the turtle and the hare. This is the guy who's keeping up his dukes. He's trying to protect himself versus someone who's going in as hard as he can like Bad Intent. I wouldn't say this is Muhammad Ali versus Tyson because Bad Intent is definitely Tyson. But if I were to classify, I would say that he would that the defensive idea behind Slipping Bug would be closer to Lennox Lewis.
See, I'm looking at Slipping Bug and the route that he has had to make it all the way to grand finals, and I'm thinking Mayweather. He's been undefeated. He hasn't lost any games so far.
That is an interesting way of putting it.
The defensive style that he has really been showcased tonight. Being able to switch it up at a moment's notice, having the big wins. Again, with him as a player, I think a lot of the 80-20 role where he takes 20% of the game and does 80% of the damage overall. And that, again, revolves around how he builds and how he uses burst.
Sure, but it's also the pixel-perfect punishes, right? Think about that. You put him into the corner, and he's just an absolute monster. He's waiting for you to press a button. He knows the ranges that it's going to whiff, and he has the short swing blow ready to go, right? That weave back before coming back in with the big damage.
Bad Intent has had an insane bracket thus far. After dropping to Toasty, gets through Bolomar, Domino, and then gets the run-back revenge on Toasty himself. Now to sit in grand finals. Of course, he's wanted a serious win in Pokken for so long. The last Pokemon win he had at all was in Pokemon VGC, I believe, in 2014. This guy's been playing Pokemon for a long time. He's been playing fighting games for a long time. Of course, playing some Street Fighter 4 as well as 5. And he's ready. He feels like this is his time. And if we look at the losers bracket run he's had, it's definitely a good showing of a great grand finals to come.
All right. Without further ado, a new challenger. We're going to get into this next game. This is grand finals here at Absolute Battle 7. This is your Pokken grand finals. Game 1, we're kicking it off. Pikachu Libre versus Shadow Mewtwo.
And he has to pull out the Shadow Mewtwo here. Playing friendlies, I don't think that Bad Intent won a single game with his Blaziken in the 10 games that they played together. So this makes sense, going for the Shadow Mewtwo here. Especially given how Pikachu's headbutt can really invalidate a lot of the options that you traditionally go for. It's tough.
What a reset there and a grab. And he closes the distance so quickly. This is tough for Pikachu Libre on some ways. Because, yeah, you got the invincible headbutt. But think about it from this perspective. On the ground game, simply maneuvering around some of the stuff that Shadow Mewtwo can do, it's really difficult.
It's about trying to get over, again, the mid-range hump. Because Sleeping Bug playing a defensive-oriented style will be trying to make the most of that, whereas Shadow Mewtwo in general doesn't have the best mid-range game.
Yeah.
He does have Shoulder, which is good at closing some of the distance, but of course, if you use that card too often, then it becomes way too telegraphed.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the Shoulders, though.
Oh, the cross-up? What's good, dude? Oh, the tech into the burst. Tries to press the advantage and does so. I don't think this is going to do it, though.
You know, he just might, though.
Oh,
yes,
my God. He has nothing for defense. Jesus. Well, that was unscaled, too, now that I think about it. Because it went straight from throw tech straight into burst. That makes perfect sense there.
Again, when you're looking at Slipping Bug, just look at how well he's able to build his synergy meter, but also how well he's able to use his synergy burst attack.
Ooh, lifted him up. Look at the damage, dude.
And I'm thinking about when we're going to be seeing Bad Intent. Yep, there it is, going into burst mode. But Slipping Bug gets the wild charge and might be turning this match around as well. The Jirachi kicks in. It won't allow him to get into burst mode, though. Bad Intent.
Wow, big damage.
He needs to make one correct guess here.
He's going to walk up grab.
Now it's too early of the anti-air options. Gets a shoulder instead. Just going to take a little more. A great throw tech.
The tech.
And of course,
he's done.
Into the burst.
It's the same thing as last time. Shooting star press to take this game. Damn, dude. That was something else. Off of missed throw. Off of throw tech. You die. Can you process that for a second? You throw tech and you die. Shout out to all the Steve McMahon fans out there. Or McMahon. Oh, sorry. Yeah. All right, we're going to get to it.
I really want to talk about the field phase here. When I was speaking with Bad Intent earlier, he said the key to beating Slipping Bug is to make the most of field phase. He has to make sure that he gets big damage, and beyond that, he has to make sure he has Slipping Bug in the corner. This is not where he wants to be. This is where the punishment happens. They call her our Pika for a reason. It is a nightmare right now for Slipping Bug. Sorry, for Bad Intent. Slipping Bug, meanwhile, being the nightmare conductor, the Freddy Krueger. And I don't know if Bad Intent's even going to be able to land a hit. That's a near perfect to start off this second game.
Oh, that's not good. Did I hedge my bets on the wrong person? Is Slipping Bug going to take this tournament in winners? He's looking posed to do so.
His burst is...
No, this is exactly what we were talking about previously. The punish game is so strong. He whiffs the grab. Now, oh, the burst trying to see if he can get the space. Shoulder charge being successful, pushes him out here. Gets the damage, not that a ton.
This is the counter burst. Wants to limit the utilization. Wait a minute, Bad Intent.
God.
And that's going to be a burst from him.
Let's go. Spirit Bomb. Are we trying to kill the Namekians? Yeah, they're done.
Jesus, man.
Oh, gosh.
Wait a minute. Bad Intent, so fortunate he didn't push a button.
golden tech from Frieza.
That throw tech. Maybe this could be Bad Intent's round to take.
Get him.
Cresselia will give him access to burst again.
Correct.
Does he decide to use it now? That's the question.
He does. He needs that get off me. Oh, he caught him with the cross up. He's going to go straight to it. Yes. That's going to be it. Man, these Namekians, they don't get a break.
Feel like the planet Earth has had enough, and Slipping Bug has definitely had enough as well. That round going in favor of Bad Intent.
We're worried about global warming. We should be worried about Frieza, dude. This is a problem. Let's get into the next round.
So from near perfect to Bad Intent actually being able to flex a bit. This match is going back and forth. The adaptation, but with that critical win in field phase going in favor of Slipping Bug, it's looking like a nightmare once again for Bad Intent.
This is no way.
This is how it started with game number 1, but a big difference. Bad Intent getting the counterattack.
Ooh, good damage, nothing crazy.
He just mitigated that burst almost entirely, while simultaneously building some solid bursts of his own. Throws out the Cresselia to recover the HP.
But also for burst.
Exactly, Neptune.
Okay. Wait. He bursts here to push them out.
The
He tries to go for the setup. He's safe. No, he's not. He was too close.
Wild charge.
Oh, let's go. Stone Cold Stunner.
Wild charge, of course. Just such a tricky move to deal with.
Oh, he caught him.
Oh, calls out the grab. Bad Intent.
The damage. Ooh. Okay, but now we're phase shifted. Bad Intent still needs to get back in. He's at 1 health. This is all. If he guesses wrong once, he's done.
Definitely, when Slipping Bug having that Jirachi, it's overkill at this point. The final round.
Oh!
Almost gets the guard break. That shield is getting insanely low.
Oh, God. The stomp.
Bad Intent.
One more guess.
Whoa, got caught pushing a button. And wait a minute, it's Bad Intent who comes out on top at the end there. What on earth?
That looked like he should have been caught for sure.
I know, Neptune. It
That
seemed
was
like
so strange. But let's logic through it, why it happened that way. Because the way the hitboxes came out and the way the hurtboxes was, you saw Shout Out Mewtwo was risen up there. And the hitboxes were there and they were active and meaty, ready to go as the super was being activated. So the first available hurtbox frame did get caught.
it was one of those moments where they each caught themselves pushing a button.
Yeah. That was pretty crazy. Okay.
Bad Intent.
Frieza versus Armika.
That's definitely one way of looking at it, Neptune.
Just when you thought this wasn't anime enough. Let's go.
And breaking through. This has been tried and true in the rounds that Bad Intent has had the most success. Just winning field and then keeping the corner pressure onto Slipping Bug.
Okay, ooh, there's the phase shift. He's going to get in here.
And Slipping Bug, just with these mix-ups, you're not sure if he's going to be playing a very projectile-oriented style in phase or if he's going to push the advantage instead. Speaking of pushing the advantage, Bad Intent with these walks, and it's going to force the burst out of Slipping Bug.
Gosh, that was so close. There's the grab, there's the tech. You're going to die now.
Wild charge.
Get stunnered, homie.
Wild charge.
First you tech, and then you die. God. Shout out to all you old WWE fans. Let's go. All right, pushing into it. He's not letting him go anywhere. Yet again, another tech into the slam.
Just going for the grab this time.
Okay, but he's going to get this extra damage. Takes him to the corner here with a good carry.
Oh. And this is going to be tough for Bad Intent. Slipping Bug, he's just so content just trying to start up some of the projectile-oriented pressure. Bad Intent doesn't have the mobility really to deal with it, and he has to go to burst here. Okay. Ooh, gets the phase shift. Throwing Cresselia out now. I don't know really what he was thinking there. He didn't get any HP back or anything.
No. Oh my god, he actually got the grab for once. Jesus, I thought he was going to die again. Oh, he's going to die now! Is he going to finish the combo?
And going straight into burst.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the hit stun scaling. He's done.
Slipping Bug a game away now. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I may have spoken too soon. Bad intent. Still with some health left on the table.
That scaling must have been so much.
Okay, never mind. Now he's done.
Yeah, he is done, homie.
He's definitely done.
I'm trying to think, is that Hulk Hogan or is that The Rock? Because he puts his hand up, he gets the power from the people, and then he delivers. All right. Oh, we're getting to the next game. This Shadow Mewtwo comes with so many scary moments. It's such a glass cannon. Like, I cannot overstate this enough. You could die off of whiffing, off of getting your thrown attack. Do you know how insane that is? That doesn't exist in any other game. That's crazy, dude. But the advantages that you can potentially get are so monstrous here. The crazy projectiles that you have, the distances that you can poke at, the potential damage that's on the table. Like, this character is insane.
It's again, just that 2-bar theory, right?
Right.
Where you have your health pool, true, but then you also have access to your synergy burst mode, which builds so quickly, as well as amazing normals and specials in the neutral game.
That's crazy. It's so cool. But Shadow Mewtwo, till we die. We're going in all the way. Let's make it happen. Absolute Battle 7. This could be the last match of the night for Pokken.
And one thing that Slipping Bug did very well in that game was how he created one of the critical phase shifts. We've seen him so many times go for creating space and then throwing out projectiles. Instead, goes for an offensive homing attack to break to create the phase shift immediately.
Ooh, Slipping Bug with the retort. Okay, this really does seem like... Oh, there it is! Potential... Oh.
Bad intent.
It looked like he was going to go for the continued string there, but he just came a little bit short on the button.
And it's fortunate Bad Intent got such a huge heal. He's a game away from taking second place today.
Here's the potential. He has advantage. Oh, the grab. He actually gets it. Ooh, baby.
That's some really serious damage on top of that.
Not to mention, the big thing about getting the grab is that you guarantee... Well, let me put it this way. You make it a lot easier to approach, especially after you put the projectiles out. There's nowhere Slipping Bug can really go as a result. That was way too close. He could have got a punish. But then even then, the jab right after to catch him.
And that was huge. It's almost like he baited Slipping Bug into going for his first special and ends up getting the quick little jab just to tick him and punish him for doing so.
Phase shift after that grab. Ooh. Just waits, just waits.
The counter attack dash cancel. Bad Intent finds the opening, even though Slipping Bug has been so elusive with these approaches, and gets a grab on top of that as well. It's remarkable that he hasn't been deconditioned from going for those grabs, given the throw text, as he lands yet another grab here. A third grab!
Considering the repercussions that could come from that, this is incredibly gutsy.
You're not going to do another grab. There's no way. Going into burst, hoping to seal it out. Slipping Bug hoping to go to burst as well.
Did he press
push a button? He caught pushing a button.
This is going to be unscaled damage. And how much is this going to hurt? I see at least half health gone. Oh, baby. That was a big chunk of damage. Oh, is he going to press the advantage
momentum
here?
On top of that as well. Wait a minute.
Got him.
Bad Intent ties this series up. It's 2-2 as we go into this 5th and possibly final game. Now remember, for those of you just joining us, Slipping Bug in grand finals from the winner's side. I believe he was yet to lose a game until he stumbled upon this man. Bad Intent. Perhaps on the verge of resetting the bracket.
This looks like his demon. So either this game is important, folks. We either get a bracket reset or we're done. Slipping Bug could very well come out on top of this. It all comes down to the punish game.
And I can't help but think about the sequence of grabs, what it just might mean. But right now we have to talk about Slipping Bug. Such an amazing start and getting so much damage while simultaneously winning.
He's catching him. Is he going to finish him off here, though? He's going up for the pressure. He knows that he can finish it all right here. There's the grab. Comes through. pushes him back out. Phase shift. He goes quick to the burst. He wants to pull the trigger. There's the air-to-air. This is going to be the finish. He's done.
He's done, and that's just how quick it can all break. Again, with Shadow Mewtwo, you're playing such a balancing act. If you don't have your pressure on point, if you're not finding those openings at the end of the day, you're just a character with an insanely low health pool.
Hold steady. Now he can dash in? No, he has to figure it out. He knew the jump was coming. The big thing is Slipping Bug has been catching Bad Intent for the air-to-airs and converted extremely well. Bad Intent, on the other hand, being very smart and selective about his hits. There's the phase shift, continues to put pressure on him. Hold steady.
Oh.
Wow, got him.
That's some counterplay right there. Given how many throw tech Slipping Bug had gotten off, instead of going for the grab immediately, waits a moment, waits for the shield to drop, and then goes and gets the attacks. Maybe gets the round as well. We're going to see a Cresselia coming out from Slipping Bug. Going to recover some health and get him into burst as well.
Big punish.
Does he use it now to stay alive? Yeah. Looks like he's going to.
It's not much, but it's something.
And Bad Intent has the same idea, it seems.
Tries to make it safe.
They're both so terrified to make the wrong call.
Oh, he got it!
That was a fantastic punish. He's seen Slipping Bug go for that option out of the corner so many times and has great counterplay to it.
That was his way of saying, if you press a button, I have these hitboxes waiting for you. Okay. Ooh, not good.
Not good at all.
He's got him in the corner here. He's continuing this onslaught of pressure.
And this could be it.
Going for the rush down here. Hold steady. Burst. 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 No swag. There's the follow-up. Pushes him back to the side, looking for the grab. No.
I'm thinking about the clock. Thinking about how much time Bad Intent has before that Cresselia is online. Finally gets it up, and he's going to use it immediately.
This is a tough spot, though. He's right in front of him.
That's right. And that's why he's going into burst, just to
make it safer.
A little bit safer.
Oh,
great call out
boy.
by Slipping Bug, and he's going to have a Cresselia of his own.
He's not going to get big burst, but it's better to use it early. He wants to be as safe as possible, knowing that he is playing with fire.
Oh, a great call out against Slipping Bug. Just now a moment away from having it all.
Oh,
and that was
nearly.
almost the moment.
Hold steady. He's waiting. He's waiting. Both of these guys are looking for that opening. Slipping Bug is looking for a punish. Bad Intent is trying to close it out here.
And that's it! Slipping Bug takes it all.
Riding the lightning into victory. He takes this absolute battle 7 going right into his hands. What a fantastic finish.
Game 5.
Couldn't
Last
ask for
round.
anything better, man. He won it in winners. What a great way to show your dominance.
I wish we had more, honestly, but I don't think you really could ask for a better ending than that.
You really couldn't. You saw 2 battles of titans on opposite sides of the